Rebecca, hello? I'm calling you. Where are you? Come on, you lousy bum. When I call you, I expect you to reply. What on earth are you up to today that has you so busy? I'm pretty sure it's not anything important. Hi there, sorry, what can I do for you? I'm pretty busy right now. I thought I told you already I don't like to be contacted unless it's an absolute emergency. Oh, yes, that's right. By the way, you said you were going to the employment agency today? Is that what has kept you so busy? Is that why you weren't checking your messages or replying to me at all? Also, your mother wants me to contact you to make sure you're keeping out of trouble. She's worried that you're spending all your time at home and doing nothing. That's why I've been trying to get hold of you. No, I haven't been to the employment agency recently, and I'm not going today either. Are you serious? You said yourself that you were definitely going to go this week. You said you were going to look for a job. Do you have a problem understanding the English language? Yes, but as I've told you, I've already got a job and it keeps me very busy. So there really is no need for me to go to the employment agency, is there? Here we go again. The same excuses from you every day, bum. You already have a job, you say? All you do is stay at home. What's your job, protecting the house? You have to stop stuffing around like this. No one likes it when you act like this and tell such pitiful lies, you little wench. You seem to forget that we're both part of the same family now. Don't you think you're speaking a little bit too strongly to me? You expect me to speak to a lousy, freeloading bum like yourself with any type of respect? You must have a problem with your brain, too. When you start to act like a regular member of society and start living a normal life, then perhaps you'll get some respect from me. I go to my job every day from morning till night and work my butt off. You stay at home, sitting on your butt. There's no way I'm going to treat you as my equal. Perhaps I could treat my dependent mother well, but definitely not a child like you. Yes, but as I've told you many times before, I have a job. I work from home, I earn a wage, and I also give some of my income to the household funds. That is such a lie! If what you say is true, then give me some of your money. What? If you're working and earning so much money from the house, then there's no need for me to go to work, is there? That's a little bit unexpected and nonsensical. We all may live in the same house, but when we moved in together, you and your brother decided to keep all our personal finances separate. We may live under the same roof, but in the eyes of the law, we're treated as two separate families. That is why my money is my money, and I intend to keep it that way. I do more than enough of the household chores, so I do not see the need to finance your lifestyle as well. Here we go. You're so talkative today, aren't you? You're just leeching off of your mother still. That's so childlike. Even your father disapproves of your lifestyle. It's just that he keeps his mouth shut and doesn't tell you his feelings. If you insist on remaining a bum and not working or trying to get a job, the least you could do is help your mother and father around the house. If you can't help them, then you really need to pull your head out of your butt and get a real job. Isn't that your responsibility, big sister? What did you say? How dare you, you unemployed bum, speak to me in that way? Sorry, can I go now? I'm heading off on my trip pretty soon. I need to finish getting ready. What do you mean you're going away on a trip? Strange that an unemployed layabout can afford to go anywhere. Yes, surely I mentioned it to you before. It's a 3-day trip to New York City. It's a bit of a business trip. I have a few things I need to do in person there. This is definitely the first I've heard of it. Exactly what type of business will you be conducting there? It really pisses me off to hear unemployed bums talking of doing hard work. Sorry, I really have to finish now and get ready. If you would like to continue this talk, it'll have to wait until I get back. I'm sorry. How can you speak so impertinently to me? You're definitely going to regret that. Don't come crying to me when things don't work out on your business trip. Got it, thanks. Are you sure it's okay for me to go now? I really have very little time. Oh man, I can't believe you're still taking that tone. So busy, so busy. You'd better watch your step as you're going down to hell. Hey there! Today's the last day of your business trip, right? Kathy, is this important right now? I'm still very busy. Can't wait till I get back. I'll be home tomorrow.
Sorry, I'll keep it brief. There's just one thing I wanted to say. While you were away on your business trip, we all moved out. You're gonna have to live on your own and get by all by yourself from now on.
Really? Thank you.
Thank you? Sorry, did you hear what I just said? Everyone has moved out. Your brother and I, our children, your mom and dad too. Everyone has moved.
Yes, I heard what you said, and I thank you.
Finally, your brain has snapped. You realize the situation facing you. You don't know what to do. Welcome to hell. Man, I can't wait to see how you're gonna get along as an unemployed bum living by yourself. It's not gonna be easy looking after that house all by yourself.
All right. So tell me, where did you guys move to?
Sure, I'll tell you. I'll give you our address, and you can maybe just come over. Maybe you can set up in the spare room and continue like old times. No. We found a place to move to. It's this fantastic apartment. Rent is cheap. There is no bond. It's so much nicer than the old rundown place that we used to live in.
So you're serious when you say you've moved out and you're not coming back?
Of course! Why would I joke about that? The old place was so run down and hard to look after. Even if we wanted to tear the house down and rebuild, that'd cost way too much money. Even the land is worthless. We'd never be able to sell it. I spoke to your parents and we all decided to just give it to you. Enjoy.
Really? Is that so? Okay then, I will humbly accept your offer to take over the house.
If you decide to move out, it's going to cost you a lot of money. If that's the path you decide to take, don't come running to us and expect us to help you out with the financing. We have washed our hands of that place and want absolutely nothing to do with it ever again. That's part of the deal.
Yes, I understand your terms. By the way, why did you take my mother and father with you? Surely if you wanted to leave so badly, it should have been just you and my brother and your kids who moved out.
I was wondering how long it would take you to mention that. You were just after your parents' money. It's just as I suspected all along. You are so afraid of being left alone and having to look after yourself. You wanted your mom and dad around to keep looking after you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, you just want their old age pensions to keep providing for your no-good lazing around the house lifestyle. I knew that's what you were after, so that's why I convinced them to move out and come with us. Now, both of their pensions will become part of our household income. Perhaps with the leftover money that you're not using, I'll go and get some cosmetic surgery.
Is that so?
Then, when I become more beautiful, maybe I'll be able to meet a whole new world of exciting people. That's what happens when you're rich and beautiful. I'm so excited.
I'm sorry to rain on your parade, but I don't think you'll be able to go and get cosmetic surgery.
Come again?
I'm just saying, without me in the house, I don't think you'll be able to afford the lavish lifestyle you're imagining.
Hang on, lazy bum. What on earth are you talking about? The one who's gonna have trouble getting by is you. No matter how much trouble you get into, we're not gonna be there to help you out.
Yes, I got that. So just to confirm, we're done. No more communication, no more to do with each other ever again.
That's what I said. And don't you ever forget it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your pitiful, no-good life. Rebecca, how have you been? It's been a while. Just letting you know we'll be coming home tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, no big thing, just that we're coming home tomorrow. I assume our rooms are as we left them, right? See you soon.
What on earth are you talking about? Have you forgotten the conversation that we had just 1 month ago?
Oh, that little thing. That was a month ago. We were both so young back then. So young and silly, full of crazy ideas. I can't believe you're making such a big thing over such a childish conversation that we had.
What the hell? You're making me want to puke. We cut our ties, if you remember. You have nothing to do with me, and I have nothing to do with you. Goodbye.
Hang on! That house is our home, too. We have just as much right to live there as you.
What a mess your brain must be in. You gave up your rights to the house when you cut your ties and gave me full ownership of it. All of the costs of running it and general day-to-day upkeep, you offloaded all of that onto me when you moved out.
I know, but that was then, this is now. Things have changed changed a little bit. There was a little bit of confusion, and for reasons that I won't go into now, we have to move out of our new apartment.
You mean to say you can't afford to live in that apartment anymore?
Well, when we moved out of the house, I grabbed some things from your room, like bags and stuff. I was able to sell them for a bit of cash, but that cash is all long gone.
Aha. So it was you who took the stuff out of my room. I seem to recall you saying, "Don't come crying to me when things don't work out." It seems that the shoe is on the other foot now.
Yes, that was probably my mistake. I thought you said I could take them and do what I like. Anyway, they've been sold, so they're gone. I'm terribly sorry.
Unbelievable. How do you have the nerve to steal someone's property and then sell it? And then lie so brazenly about why you took them?
Yeah, but to be fair, unemployed people don't need high-brand bags like that, do they? It was a waste for them to be sitting there like that. They looked so sad and neglected. I just borrowed them so they could be put to good use. Then when things got a little tight, I had no choice but to sell them.
You can stop making those pitiful excuses. We both know you stole them with the intention of selling them. Stop trying to sound like you had no choice.
Wait a minute, though. You know I only sold them to make a little bit of money when your parents' pensions didn't cover the living expenses. But now that money's also gone. Now we're in a state of emergency.
So after living without me for a month, you now finally understand how bad my brother and parents are with handling their own finances.
That's right. It's like they're not even thinking when they go shopping. They buy things and they buy more things. They always put it on credit. And then the invoices come later. And then they start to complain that they don't have enough money to pay for it all. What am I going to do?
Yes, well, my brother is a bit of an idiot, but you can't really blame my parents for their habits. After all, they've both been diagnosed with the onset of early-stage dementia.
What? Dementia?
Yes, don't tell me you didn't notice it until now.
Well, now that you mention it, there were a few times when their behavior was a little bit odd. Do you mean to say that even in that condition, they were in full control of all their finances?
How do you think the finances were being handled all that time? That whole time, I was the one who was handling all the finances, not them. I was working remotely, so I was at home a lot of the time. I wasn't an unemployed bum, as you always said. I had enough of an income to allow me to stay home and continue working. I was able to put $2,000 into the house funds every month to make sure everything was paid for.
So, you've been paying all of the living expenses from your salary.
It's like I said many times, I was earning money and helping out with the finances too. On many occasions, I had told my parents and my brother not to be so wild with their spending.
So you're telling me that you were in charge of the finances all along? Then that's why we're in such a bad position right now. Why didn't you tell me earlier? If I knew that, then we would never have agreed to leave in the first place.
I don't know why I didn't tell you, but I'll tell you now. I'm enjoying this new arrangement. I'm glad I didn't try to stop you.
Recently, we haven't been able to pay our rent, electricity bills, credit card bills. We've got statements coming left and right and center, and I really don't know what to do.
You never had enough income to support your lavish lifestyle. How do you not see that? Your bank accounts are always overdrawn. Your credit card has no funds in it. At first, I thought you'd last maybe 6 months tops.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I never realized the dire situation our finances were in. But it's gonna be okay now. I'm happy to start over. Let's reset.
Say what?
You know, we've got our past, we got along well. I'll be back there pretty soon and we can get back to our fun old ways. We don't need to pay rent there, and you earn enough money so we can pay off all our debts too. I'm happy for you to keep financing the household the way you used to.
No way, sis. That's not going to happen.
What? Why not?
I told you I'm not going to support you guys anymore.
Really? Are you saying you're going to throw your own brother and parents out on the street?
I have absolutely no problem with that at all. It's very similar to the way you guys treated me.
I can't believe you can be so cold. What's wrong with you?
Say what you like, I don't care. Just to clarify though, it's not that I won't support you, it's that I can't support you back at that house.
What do you mean?
Do you recall that old rundown place? The one where we all used to live in? The one that would cost too much to tear down and no one would want to buy? Well, last month I sold it. It's no longer mine.
You sold it? That old shack?
Yep, I put it on the market and it went for $1 million. Take out the taxes and agents' fees, there's still a tidy sum left over. Maybe you didn't know this, but this whole area is marked for redevelopment. Prices have been rising like crazy recently. Everyone is selling up and winning big.
No way! That's fantastic! We as family, we're all eligible to get a little bit, aren't we? How much? How much can we get?
How much? Well, seeing how it was my house and now it's my money, you'll get absolutely nothing.
Come on! We're family, right? Families are supposed to look after each other. It's not fair if you go and take all the money. I'm gonna go around now and collect what's coming to me. What's your address?
I see you have a lot of time on your hands to do things like this now. Actually, you might be wise to get out of that place quickly. Although I don't think running will do you any good.
What does that mean?
Well, I've just contacted the police, and they're probably on their way to your place right now to arrest you.
Police? Arrest me? On what grounds would they be coming to arrest me? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, you dum-dum.
I contacted them about the theft of the handbags in my room. Thank you for admitting that you stole them. I always knew it was you who stole them, but until now I never had the proof. Thank you for giving me all the evidence I need.
Hang on, you're joking, right? It can't be theft between people who live together. There's absolutely no need to call the police over that. And you're gonna look so stupid when I tell them what happened and how you wasted their time. How embarrassing for you.
Now you're the one who's joking. It's straight up theft. When are you gonna see that?
Like I said, it can't be theft if it's between people who live together.
Yes, but the problem is, the items you stole were not my possessions.
What?
My job is an evaluator for high-quality brand goods. The items that you took from my room and sold were all items that I had brought home from my place of business.
You mean to say...
That's right. All of the items that were in my room were items that had been entrusted to us from prospective clients. I had them at home so that I could evaluate them. Surely you'd agree that counts as theft.
So they weren't your bags at all? None of them were?
No, none of them were mine. That's what I was talking about. Oh man, it feels so good to have finally caught the real thief.
Hang on just a moment. I can't get arrested. What's gonna happen to me? You have to call the police right now and tell them it was nothing but a misunderstanding. Seriously! What's gonna happen to me? To us! To all of your family!
Oh, yes. It absolutely breaks my heart to have to be the one to break this horrible news to you. But it's just like some advice that a wise person once gave to me. Watch your step as you're going down to hell. Shortly after that, my sister-in-law was arrested for robbery. After her short imprisonment, she had to repay all of her debts and unpaid credit card bills. On top of that, there were my aging parents who needed to be looked after. I truly believe my sister-in-law was leading a life as she truly deserved, in a hell of her own making. My parents' dementia continued to get worse, but fortunately we were able to find them a nursing home that specialized in patients with dementia. Naturally, the nursing home isn't cheap, and my nasty sister-in-law has had to take up 2 extra part-time jobs to try and cover the expenses. As for me, I no longer have to worry about my greedy, selfish family, and I also have no problem with money. With the money from the sale of the house, I was able to find an apartment building that was newly built and featured a whole range of modern furnishings. I love my work, and it's fantastic that I can continue to work from home in my luxurious new place. Now that I have my work and my new house, perhaps next I'll be able to find the perfect person to enjoy it with. It might be just a dream at the moment, but I truly believe I'll be able to settle down and have a wonderful family of my own one day.